Okay.
All right.
Fine. Okay.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to, I don't know what day is it. Tuesday? Tuesday
Yeah.
Banjo
It's
Race.
fucking Tuesday.
Tuesday in it. We got Hagg versus CrozB.
Yo.
Sorry we were a little late setting up, but Hagg had to turn
That
off
might
a
have been might
million
have been my
settings on
fault.
his stream. So yeah, should be a really exciting race today. I'm your commentator for the evening. So anyway, CrozB, you were fresh off the race from just the other day or yesterday. I don't remember when your race. It was either Sunday or Monday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hag, have you
That
been
was
playing much BK lately?
Yeah, I did a run. I did some 200% runs. I got 200 and 159 recently.
Oh baby. Well,
nice.
we'll see if CrozB can climb the mountain, get a sick PB to get on with that. Anyway, enough banter. Y'all ready to play?
I'm ready.
All right.
I think so.
Cool. I'll
Yep,
count you
I'm
guys
ready.
down, and then we'll get
Oh,
ready
Neil,
to.
wait, I gotta turn the alerts off. Okay, let me. Okay, I think. Oh, the media shares. Okay, we're good.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
GLGO.
Good luck.
All right. So, yeah, like I said, I got a million things to turn off in his stream, so we're here. Hey, Pink Spaghetti. Hey, Harpy. Hey, Eric's. So, as far as I know here, both of them are going to be doing the same route. We got a little bit of frame droppage from CrozB, but that should go away once I get all of my windows kind of changed around and, close this and that. Perfect. Yeah, so this should be a pretty exciting match. CrozB just won his match the other day, but again, I think it's been a while since Hagg's played in the tournament. His last match was quite a while ago, and it was against Nade, but he ended up losing to Nade, so Nade still has to schedule his next match against Trep, and that'll be an epic Xbox versus Xbox Clash of the Titans, but that'll be for another day. So yeah, like you said, Hag with the consistency, finishing 2 runs with, such low times, pretty good. I mean, he's already a little bit ahead in Spiral Mountain. But over the course of the run, as things get harder and harder, we'll see if CrozB can keep up. Hey, Doriku. Yeah, it came at the perfect time, just at the very start of the race. And, yeah, again, like I said, CrozB has quite a mountain to climb. Both of them nailing bottle skip, so that's good. Haggle of a meltdown and go watch Arthur. I mean, there's a plethora of things to watch on his stream. Hagg's embraced the culture of leaving your stream on 24/7 to get that maximum ad revenue, And in the meantime, you can watch Ed, Edd n Eddy, Sonic X, the original Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. The list goes on. Yeah, gotta pay them bills. Either way, I'm excited to see how this race goes. It's cat! Yep, 1 cat in a box. Welcome. How's it going? It's going A-okay. Just casting a race, and then after this, I'm gonna go make some mini pizzas. They're not really mini, they're more like mid-sized, because I like making like homemade pizza with like souvlaki pitas. They're like the perfect size to like, have a pizza that isn't like super gigantic, so you can eat it in one sitting. but not too small that you have to make more than one. I mean, it doesn't beat like making your own pizza dough kind of thing, but I'm just so lazy. So if I'm making like super mini ones, I like using like English muffins. You know, cut it in half and then you just, you know, put a little sauce, cheese, and some sort of protein or whatever. They don't get very crispy, but oh, they're so good. I find with pizza, I always tend to overdo it a little bit when I'm making my own. It's one of those like less is more kind of things. Like if you put on too much, it gets all soggy and everything just kind of falls off. It's hard to get a good base. Awfully fast for the GDO talks about food streak. I mean, it's what I like. I got too many opinions on food. And I love cooking, so it's one of two things that go really well together. I don't know what Ajvar and the other one. Sevepsisi. Not sure what either of those are. Whoa, that termite on Hagg's side just kind of like zoomed up. You put pizza inside a pita. I mean, pizza without the crust is basically the filling of a calzone, right? Eastern European stuff? Gotcha. Juju being a little bit of a troll for Hagg. I mean, not Hagg, CrozB. Roast pepper relish and grilled sausage meat. Sounds pretty good. I mean, a hot pocket like is a calzone. Or I don't know if I'm thinking of the right thing. There's like the round ones that are entirely sealed. They're like pizza buns. I don't know. I know in Canada we got pizza pops. And those are definitely calzones. I have never seen Uncrustables for the very first time until like maybe a week ago when my store started carrying them. Because I think they've just been a States thing. Maybe. But we started selling them in our freezer section. And I was like, oh, that's what everyone keeps talking about. I don't know if they look very good, though. But, I don't know, everyone seems to like them. Wow, both of them got the fast Jinjo skip, just jumping out of the water. And a few bips and bops everywhere. But both of them seem to have pretty decent MMs. You gotta fight that urge to say MT when they're coming out of Mumbo's Mountain. It's wrong game, wrong game. It's MM. Yeah, I guess they must be new to Canada then. Is it just like frozen bread with like sweet filling inside kind of thing? I think there's a peanut butter and jelly one, and then there was another one that I think was like chocolate and something. I don't remember. I feel like I'll try them eventually. Any circle pie folded in half, anything else is a pocket. Ooh, Hagg's having us some trouble. I mean, what about an empanada? Alright, good TTC early from Hagg, just a little bit of a blip getting in there. I mean, an empanada is like, I guess, considered a calzone, but at what point is a calzone not considered an empanada instead? And we got that, you know, switcheroo. I think it's like determined by its ingredients. Empanada is like, it's like you take dough and you fill it with like meat, and I guess you can fill it with olives too, and egg, and then you fold it over and bake it. At least those were the ingredients that I had. Like an omelet, but with bread. I mean, I was thinking it's like a calzone. Because you, like, crimp it over, too, right? So... I don't know. It's like calzones are... I don't even know if calzones are, like, Italian or if they're American. Oh, Hagg getting the green Jinjo first. So this is the new strat that we didn't see Miam do the other day. Beak bust for the Jiggy. Very good first flight section from Hagg. A savory Pop-Tart. I mean, it's like, it's folded over into like a half moon. So, like I said, it's almost like a calzone. I don't know what country of origin it comes from, though. An empanada is a type of baked or fried turnover consisted of commonly in Spanish or Southern European, Latin American cultures. The name comes from the Spanish empanar, which translates as breaded, that is wrapped or coated in bread. So it's like meat and stuff like wrapped in bread. So maybe it's like, I don't know, the consistency of the dough. Something like that. Either way, it's making me hungry. What doesn't, though? Am I right? It's like I keep trying to bat an eye over at like the picture of the empanada and like the description, but then at the same time trying to like, you know, flick my eyes over to the race. It's hard enough keeping track of two runners, let alone Googling foods. Ooh, okay. I was about ready to see CrozB getting smacked by the Yum Yum. Wouldn't have been super great because he would have lost some of his resources. I don't think it's such a big deal at this point, though. Ooh, that was not a great setup. Doing this with... Oh, no, you can't do this anymore. Yeah. I think if his camera was set up a little bit better, He probably would have been able to run under the arm like that, but oh god. Oh my god, I thought CrozB was gonna die right there. When he like stepped forward, he kind of like almost touched the claw. He's gonna have to be really careful going in there for the going in for the jiggy. Just like make sure he kind of lures the crabs away. All right, safe. Ooh, Hagg's beak bomb almost really great, but just barely like didn't grab the honeycomb on the way up. Ended up losing a feather and landing on the jiggy. Not a big deal. Not making it there though, so he'll have to kind of go back around. I feel like most people don't know that you can jump on that tree there, and they kind of go all the way back to the slope. And by most people, I mean definitely me. Just goes to show, I guess, Hagg, you know, he knows his backups for sure. He's been playing the game for a really long time, so... just in case things fail. It's always good to have, you know, your plan of action. Alright, good beak bomb for CrozB. He's going to save a little bit of time there, and a little bit more if he doesn't land here. Alright, so CrozB's still a little bit behind, but almost a flawless last flight section here. All he has to do is, you know, not fall off before he gets all the notes. I know, right? Hagg should be ashamed. Alright, Hagg with the Death Warp. We'll see if CrozB can fill up, and he'll be the first one out of the level. Pretty clean, you know, except for that last that last bit of the level. But I mean, it's just one mistake for another. You know, Hagg had a pretty good level aside from that last bit. CrozB had a pretty good level aside from that bit in the middle with the nipper. Obviously, we don't want to see any mistakes in the races, but I mean, when stuff happens, you gotta have a... Oh, no! Oh, no! That feels bad. Yeah, that's gonna put CrozB behind quite a bit. CrozB, you may as well just jump down there. You have to... Yeah, it's not a note thing. That's even better. But, I mean, still having to do Leaky again and watch this cutscene and then, you know, punch in all the letters. Definitely a bad time loss. And on top of that, now he's at full health, so he's definitely not, but probably not going to get the Death Warp on the Jiggy. Good, not going into the water, running straight for the other O. Oh, he is taking the damage after all. Alright, he got the Death Warp. The crab was very nice to him. Alright, so yeah, that's a pretty bad minute time loss there. Maybe a little bit more. Meanwhile, on Hagg's side, pretty standard cycle. I didn't see if he got the fast bubble or not. I can only assume that he didn't. But overall, pretty clean ending to his gloop cycle as well. He did? Okay. I guess, you know, most people just barely don't make it there. So, you know, I assume, oh yeah, they probably just didn't make it. But I guess, especially since Hagg is a sub 2 runner, you know, odds are more likely that he would make it than not. You've never got it? I haven't even gotten, like, the fake bubble. Like, I'm just, my movement's bad. Someday. Someday I'll be able to say I'm good enough to almost be on some sort of cycle that's decent. That was a nice jump off that ring from Hagg. Is that going to be a 23 rings? Oh, just barely a 22. CrozB got the fake bubble, yes. Oh, okay. I was about to say CrozB's about to swim the wrong way through the key, but then he kind of turned around and made it work. Alright, I don't think that's gonna work. Oh my god, it actually worked. That was an insane bolt jump from Hagg. I guess he just like barely made it. Alright, and up CrozB goes. Just sits and doodles. I don't know, I'm sure I had something to say about that. You're good at doodling, so doodle away. Casuals to control swimming better. Hold R. I think it makes you swim tighter in this game. It's been it's one of those things like, what are the buttons to do things? Can't think of the number of times that you know, you're sitting there and you're just like, I gotta get into Talon Trot. Do I do C left or C right? And then you guess wrong and end up wasting your gold feathers. But if you just do it without thinking about it, then you just do it. Alright, a little bit of a messy rings from CrozB. Ended up falling off the one ring. Or tried to like land on it, but ended up kind of not making it through. Yeah, I guess if you draw something over and over, you get some good practice. Man, I have no idea how to even, like, position yourself. Like, I didn't think that was gonna work for CrozB either, that bolt jump, but it's one of those things that, like, I guess if you played the game enough, you know. Like, for me, a 2E player, it's just like, alright, you can't move while you're beak busting. And so, like, it looks so hard to, like, make it up. That was the weirdest honeycomb backflip I've ever seen. I thought he wasn't even gonna, like, land in the hole. He was kind of facing a different direction. With black magic, or was that just for one tourney? Well, I guess we'll find out. He was just telling me before this that in the last tourney he and Hagg raced each other in. He had to get his race frame counted. But so far, I think Hagg's got a pretty decent lead, but anything can happen. So frame counting is when you take their individual race times and count the number of frames from the start to the finish. If a race is too close to call just by watching it, sometimes you need to get a little more in-depth. There was a lot of super duper ultra close races in the Mumbo's Mountain Trotless Invitational. Alright, CrozB misses the Jiggy, and so he's just going to end up, you know, doing this first, then he'll pick up the Jiggy later. His opponents kept dying or game crashing. Yeah, I don't remember that. That's one way to make it through the bracket. But, I mean, dying could still happen. We've seen a lot of unfortunate deaths in this tournament. Especially Gobies and Click Clock. What's been the biggest death? I guess the biggest death combination was in Miam's second match. Miam was in winter and ended up dying. And then she collected like 90% of the notes and then died a second time. And so that ended up costing her like 30 minutes. She still ended up winning her race, but it was almost a quick elimination. Yeah. Was that round one? I couldn't remember if it was, I think it was losers round one. Can't remember. Oh no, that was round one. Yeah, it was. Yeah. And I mean, in her race that she did just the other day, she ended up getting a 2:00 PB. PB'd by like 45 seconds or something. It was a pretty nutty race. Alright, Hagg with a pretty clean YOLO star. Not going for like the new scam strat where you do the buttons first and then do YOLO star. And oh, that's gonna miss. Oh, he landed on the top button. I knew immediately that was gonna miss, but I didn't think he was gonna land on the button. That's even worse. Alright, so Hagg's gonna be losing a lot of feathers here. Having to get all the way up there is pretty costly. I know, I was watching. I'm very disappointed in both of you. The only important thing was that Cell was stronger than everyone there. End of discussion. You guys could turn that into like a podcast arguing about Dragon Ball Z lore. One of you goes by memory, the other one goes by evidence. Alright, CrozB with a very nice FP early. Alright, decides to play it safe and not go for the second beak bomb. Yeah, I mean, Dragon Ball Z Abridged did a pretty good job of the Cell saga. It's too bad that they decided to stop before doing the Boo saga, but it is what it is. Oh no! How did I not even see this? CrozB, yeah, CrozB hasn't even done Twinklies. I was just like, alright, he went to the tree, no big deal, going up the tree, and then, oh, it's... Yeah. It's funny when you go back to the beginning and watch the early stuff, you see just how bad it started. I did that a long time ago with Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, because I followed Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged from when it started coming out until, like, you know, when he decided to, you know, not do it anymore. And when you go back to, like, episode 1, the talking is so much slower and the voices aren't ingrained yet, and it's like... I know, right? I saw him climb the tree and yeah. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged was the original big one. And then Naruto the Abridged series kind of started from, you know, beside it. And then kind of people from those two came together. And, Dragon Ball Z Abridged was formed. That whole episode is pretty good. Just Piccolo standing off to the side laughing. Alright, there we go! The ice has been shattered. Good old episodes. Ooh, I think CrozB wasted a feather there. I don't think he needed to, I don't think he needed to use a feather to get that. Good old Dragon Ball Z. Muffin button. I gotta go back and rewatch stuff now. It's been so long. When you said Muffin Button, it just all the good classic Goku stuff, like when Vegeta's fighting Goku and he squeezes him and it makes the squeaky toy noise. So good. That happened to me when I was reading through the Dragon Ball manga. Because around the Tambourine arc, all of a sudden pages started being out of order. And I was like, am I having a stroke? Or is this just like, am I remembering things wrong? Or like, what are these conversations? And then it turned out that the pages were like entirely out of order. And then the scan quality was just so incredibly bad that I had to stop reading before I got to the end of it. Yeah, there was zero chance. Alright, we gotta watch this scarf real close. In Hagg's last match, he missed a note on the scarf and ended up losing time. But I think he's good. Although it's kind of hard to tell what your note count is because it depends on how many notes you grab on the way down from Boggy. Like that first slope. So yeah, Dragon Ball Z stuff isn't my forte. I'm more of a One Piece guy. But it's just how it's always been. I've watched and rewatched that show way too many times. And people say it's too long. Yet I've seen most of the series like 3 or 4 times. Oh, CrozB! Okay, it looked like his line from that last note wasn't super big, so... Well, good thing the argument is solved by saying that the manga is the true canon storyline, you know, plot device. And the anime doesn't matter. Hey look, they're both doing Boggy Race. Wahey! Synced. Alright, hopefully no losses on either side. I think Hagg's doing pretty well here. I was about to say, why are there no feathers on the path? But then I forgot about the mishap that happened earlier on. Alright, and Hagg makes it all the way up. First prize! Yeah, it's pretty epic right now. The first couple, you know, no spoilers obviously. The first couple episodes were animated pretty, like, poorly IMO. It looked cool, but it was difficult to see what was happening. But they definitely fixed that going forward. You know, I keep seeing people do like the notes and the Jinjo after the walrus, but I could have sworn that I always remember seeing people do it before the walrus. Maybe I'm like just going crazy or something. Or has it always been after? It's one of those things that I keep looking at it being like, why does this look so weird to me? No, I don't mean the races, I just mean in general. Oh no, CrozB! No! Oh my god, he's about to die. Oh! I can't believe he pecked there. He doesn't know what to do. Okay, there's a note. Okay, I mean, just fly up. Okay, he got that note there. Good idea. I mean, I would have even got the honey hive. Like... Oh, I guess there's another one up there, but... Okay, we made it back up. Okay. Meanwhile, on the other side, we got Hagg doing MMM early. So let's see what kind of setup he does here. What happened? CrozB went to jump onto the broomstick, and he ended up like falling off the scarf and went all the way down to the bottom. He's got to watch his health here on this. Man, Hagg's not having a good time with this twirly. Yeah, no damage. Alright, pretty good MMM early from Hagg. Thinking about MK64 too much. I don't know. He literally did a race just the other day. And on top of that, I know he's been practicing. Hey, Pembles. Alright, so this should be a pretty easy boggy race for CrozB, all things considered, just because he won't have to get that extra note on the present. Not that you have to like go a long way out of your way to get it, but going ahead of boggy here this early yeah, I guess he's that far ahead that he can just go ahead of boggy whenever he wants and it'll be fine. Yeah, that gave him like a super good push in the right direction too. Yeah, CrozB's bleeding a lot of time on this split too. Just two really poor levels. Just put him a long way away. That was a weird napper skip that Hagg did. He kind of slid into the flight pad from jumping backwards. I don't think I've ever seen anyone slide like that. Most people just kind of jump. And then the teehee in the maze just kind of stood still. Whew. I thought that was going to be an early jump for Croz, but he managed to make it out. Alright, Freezeezy Peak left in the dust. Unfortunate 90-second time loss. Not only from, you know, falling off the snowman, but the mishap at the beginning with the going to the tree early. It happens though. Alright, let's see if we see a similar MMM early come out of CrozB now. Yeah. I mean, it's funny to us. But I'm sure it wasn't super funny to him. It's one of those things that it happens and you just kind of have to sigh. Well, to be fair, the Jiggy is still there. The Jiggy's still there, he just can't get it. Alrighty, let's see what kind of MMM early we got. One full of frame drops. Okay, both of them get early frame. Whatever's causing these, it's probably on my end. I imagine. What? Y'all didn't mean to see my mouse there. Oh no! Having to reset up. Yeah. At least his timer isn't getting super out of sync. Okay, we got early frame again. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this stream for just a sec. Then I'll reset their timers back so they're synced again. Alright, there we go. Second try is the charm. Those are really fast peck cancels between the twirlies too. Second one was really good. Unfortunately, it was the second one. Alright, so enter MMM split for Hagg and for yeah, so Hagg right now is almost exactly 6 minutes ahead. So it's going to take a lot for CrozB to be able to catch up at this current point. Yeah, 41-52 versus 47-52. Oh, Hagg. Doesn't want to land. Alright, back up he goes. A few more feathers used than he probably wants. Alright, and Hagg's pretty well almost done with the church. Just needs the one more note. Good strat used by Hagg to kind of lure the ghoul away. Or the teehee, the ghost, whatever we're calling it. It's a haunted thing. A green haunted thing. Alright, unfortunately no napper skip. The Spookum. I like Spookum. I don't know if I'll remember that, but we'll see. Hagg with the double roll off the top of the church. I love seeing that strat. Alright, and exactly enough tokens to transform into the pumpkin. Excellent routing. Even though they're kind of set in stone. Ooh, narrow miss from CrozB on the jump over the wall. And the Spookum was kind of just chilling in the wall there. I am shocked that neither of those eggs went in. That one almost didn't go in either. It like hit the rim of the pot and like tipped in. Yeah, that one wasn't going in. Okay, there we go. Flowers ahoy. Alright, Hagg rounding up his MMM journey. CrozB not moving during the cutscene. I don't know if that was a CrozB thing where like, you know, maybe he wasn't holding the joystick forward. Or maybe if you stop moving when the text is there, you just don't move. I've never seen most people not move directly to the B. Alright, Hagg with a pretty big time loss in MMM, but still ends up making it just a couple seconds over. He had a lot of time saved on his MMM early, but then I think lost it all in the church. As people do. I don't know. I can't think of what part of MMM I would lose most time over in runs. Probably this part right here that CrozB's at. I'm always terrible at getting the ginger jiggy dance skit. Too many words to say, I started stumbling over them. Tricks in this game have too many words. Or maybe it's just me. Jinjo Jiggy Jig Skip. Too many J's. I feel like a jaunt would be longer than a jig. I mean, they're the same number of J's, right? I guess you could make an argument that you could pronounce jig with an extra J on the end. It's like the whole GIF debate. Is it jidge or jig? Right? The Jinjo Jiggy Jidge. It's brilliant. Oh, CrozB's going all the way down. Oh, well, he has lots of health. Jiggly, Jinjo, Jiggy, Jig, Jaunt. Jam jars. Alright, first try Gobi's clip from Hagg. 1 health left in Gobi's, definitely a scary thing, but he'll definitely get that back when he falls on the grab-a hand. I'm not sure what the normal version of those enemies are called. Everyone knows grab-a because he's the famous one. I mean, I'm sure people know the regular one too, but I don't know, it's just not coming to my brain. What's the name of the mummified hands in Gobi's? Does anyone know? Oh, CrozB! Grabbies? That does make sense. They're grab something for sure. Oh, Hagg got the fast ring, but he's not gonna go for it. He's got things to go, places to be. Things to do, places to go. There we go. That sounds a little better. Successful pumpkin transformation for CrozB. You know, for a long time I had this curse about me where, you know, every runner would get like some sort of combination of washy T-Rex when I would host races, but I haven't seen one in the last couple of races actually. I mean, not that they're done, they still have the B to go. So, and the croc. So it could still happen. I mean, what if I want to see it again? I do enjoy the hilarity. Especially T-Rexes because they're so rare. I'm sure there might be some people in here who've probably never seen one. Has anyone in here ever not seen a T-Rex? It's one of those things that, you know, people speak of, but I don't think you have. Oh. It's like, what happened to Hagg? But yeah, he just couldn't move because of the cutscene. The washer happened too in the same run. That happened to Nade earlier on in this tournament. And the thing about him getting washer and T-Rex in the same run is Nade plays on Xbox, so he can't skip the extra text. Oh, Hagg! Okay. Yeah, that's probably the one that you saw then. Alright, CrozB out of there. He's ready to move on to Gobies as well. Yeah. Nade not being able to skip text there is just like ultra triggering this super ultra rare thing that never happens to anyone usually happened to him in a race. But that's just how it do sometimes, you know. The good grunty giveth, and the good grunty taketh away. Banjo-Kazooie had bonks as well. I mean, it would be funny, but it would be annoying. Hagg's pretty low to the ground here. I don't think he'll land, but yeah, he was ready to smack that A button. Man, water pyramid clip has to be like so incredibly free. Just like Hagg looks so high off the ground during that beak bomb, but then it just works. Alright, Hagg grabbing 1 extra health. I guess he needs it for when he does the grab-a-notes at the end. He'll have the shoes, so it's not a super big deal, but how would Bottles even bonk in this game, though? Like, he kind of, like, auto-digs himself back into his molehill. That was a pretty good, sandy butt tomb from Hagg. That was a really high 54 on his timer there. Miss the molehill or fall backwards or something. I mean, Bottles is supposed to be blind, right? Sort of. Because he's, you know, well, he's a mole. He's got poor eyesight. Oh, just barely missed the clip. He's got 1 more shot at it. Alright, second try. He in there. Still at 1 health, but at least he made it in. Maybe he would jump and fail the flip and land on his butter stomach. I guess. Belly flop, yeah. Something like that. Either way, I'm sure it would be comical in some way or another. Oh my god, CrozB like canceled his gold feathers like right before he hit the ground. I thought he was gonna take damage from that. I think he had to, because otherwise he was gonna lose a second gold feather. That was like so insanely close. Either I missed seeing that, or that's exactly how it worked, but oh. Bottles do the slow dig of shame. Could still be CrozB. This race isn't called yet. Yeah, give it another hour or so, then we'll know for sure. But I don't know, Shlong, you've been grinding pretty hard, so Asmi's been whipping you and Pixel into shape. Since we've been getting down to like the nitty-gritty of the tournament, all the runners that are left almost are, you know, their times are starting to whittle themselves down. Just another couple rounds of losers and it could be anyone's game. And then we have a whole like bevy of, you know, hard hitters in the winners bracket still. Trep and Nade. They're gonna be racing sometime. And then Duck and DD Lux are going to be racing soon. Jack and Seven Hornet are going to be racing soon. Like, it's... Oh my god, that was an insane peck from CrozB. I was going to say, speaking of Jack and Seven Hornet, I wonder if Jack has done a run since his last tournament match. Oh my god, CrozB's getting away with murder here. I didn't know you had time to flap there. That is insane. Alright, let's check the, oh, I was about to say the open, or enter Gobi's times, but Hagg's sub-split's already closed, so we cannot compare. So let's say, oh my god, Hagg's actually on PV pace, but he's on his, like, fake splits. I'm sure these are race splits. Or something like that. Either way, they're not real, so... So is Asmi only coming out with new homework once you guys, like, finish the current stuff? Like, once you guys level up enough to, like, do his bidding, then he'll come out with the next thing? Ooh, CrozB not quite facing left enough. Gotcha. Oh my god, I thought Hagg was going to be a little too far to the left on that. Just barely made it work. I'm sure CCW will be a large section for you guys. Just because, you know, there's so much in CCW. It's a very, very long level. Hagg lots of time to go get the propeller jiggy. I guess CrozB was feeling a little uncertain about his health. Well, I guess you want that much health here just because if anything goes wrong, plus the end of the level, you need that much health in order to, like, you know, actually do it. Health management is something that I always lose like a million seconds to. Just because it's really easy to go like, ah, I took damage, I need to get backup health, and then do it again and again and again, but that time like really adds up. Alright, 254 is out of Sandy Butt's tomb. Pretty good. Taking a sip of water. Remember to hydrate, y'all. Exclamation mark, hydrate. My water game has definitely like improved. Just like a few weeks ago I was on Amazon, you know, buying a Roomba. And nothing goes well with a Roomba than a big water bottle. So I got this big it's like 3,800 mils, so it's like, I think it's 1 gallon. And, or maybe just a little bit over, but it's got like a straw in the top. And I gotta tell you, I've always been a fan of like chug jugs, but I gotta tell you, being able to just kind of lean over or just like grab it and just like suck from a straw is like, you know, next level. Oh baby, someone screenshot it. Just in case the stars align. That's free sub for a year. Of course, if Hagg has chat open, there's a chance he could interrupt the... Could be a little collusion here. Alright, CrozB leaving... Oh, 1 extra gold feather. Leaving Gobi's. I think his Gobi split is probably one of the better splits he's had so far. And so what's their time difference now? We got... Quite a bit. Quite a bit different now. I think I said it was exactly 6 minutes before. Yeah, now it's like almost 8. It's like 7 and a bit. Overall, Hagg hasn't had like a lot of like really bad things happen to him like CrozB has. Squark! I wish I would have written some of them down because I can't remember off the top of my head all the The Monka moments. TM. Excuse me for almost coughing directly into my mic. I tried to, like, you know, whatever. Alright, Hagg got a pretty good engine room. It's now time for CrozB to kind of do the same. Again, Hagg hasn't really had any bad things happen to him in this RBB. So hopefully Croz can have a good level as well. Maintaining his girthy lead. Oh, and then I just spoke a little too soon. Wait, can you actually jump on that box? Okay. I was like, what is Hagg doing? I thought you couldn't do that. But maybe you can. It's just tight. At least he doesn't have to go around the entire room again. Is it tight? Or is it like that kind of peck where you, like, you know, go to peck up and then sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't? Oh, CrozB. Oh, you gotta wait a cycle? Oh, so it's like when the box is like bobbing up and down. Gotcha. Whew! He kind of moved with the fan a little bit to the left, but then kind of jutted back to the right afterwards. I was afraid for my life watching that. Oh! Okay. That angle was very scary. But the scariness is done. Thank goodness for that. You know, unless window clip just isn't a thing. Okay. Not bad. A little bit slow of a window clip, leaving the room with 50 seconds left on the timer. But should be more than enough time to get the jiggy, as long as everything else goes according to plan. Both players, yes, both players are doing the exact same route for this race. It seems to be a luxury these days, but I think for most of the rest of the tournament, everyone should be doing the same route almost. I think there's still another couple RRBA players left, maybe. And then on top of that, there's the Xbox runners too. There's still a few of them left as well. And Nade. But Trep and Nade are going to be racing each other in their next matches. So they're going to be running the same route there, I think. He's got this. It'll be interesting seeing Xbox versus Xbox. Yeah. I mean, we can always make fun of Trep because of his accent, right? In it. Trep has an afro, really? It's pretty funny. I feel like until tournaments like started happening, I didn't realize how many like, you know, I guess there's not that many English people around in the scene, but how many Australians play banjo? It's just one of those things. It's like, huh. You just like see everyone on the leaderboard and everyone's just a name, nobody's a voice. That's why I like lots of different people doing commentary and like joining for stuff like that, because you get to know people as a whole. Everybody knows me. Everybody's sick of me. But it's the other people. So all the people that consistently host, you know. But you got that like vigor to host. That's like, I mean, Asmi, if you could host a Banjo-Tooie 100% tournament, you could host anything. I do not think I have like the strength to commentate for like 4.5 hours plus. Especially Banjo-Tooie. Like, I mean, I would have a lot to say about it, but there's just so much of that run that's just so hard. I mean, I guess that's why, you know, you bring in like 2 other commentators and you kind of just shitpost the entire race. Oh, CrozB at 1 health. Looking pretty spooky. He can't let you skip around the homework. He's probably not done the next section. I was about to say, wait a sec, how does CrozB only have 2 health after killing that Grill Champa? But I didn't see that he never grabbed the honeycomb from the Ahoy dude. The sailor. Two loading zones left. Sounds pretty good to me. I think Hagg took an extra damage from those bees there off screen. Probably just kind of ran into the wall. Alright, having a little bit of trouble with Spring Clip, but getting it in the end. Alright, ready to move on to Summer. Falling to his death, getting the health refill. Probably needed it. I feel like 2 loading zones are like the hardest loading zones. Because the pot room, I imagine they're pot room and like gloop room. Oh, no, it wouldn't be pot room. The 2 loading zones are witch statue room. Witch statue room and the bubble gloop lobby. Every time I see people like optimize, you know, have really good bubble gloop lobby sections in their RB8, it really is awe-inspiring. Me too, Adegorio. Especially in fall. A lot of stuff to kill you there. And it's where we've seen a lot of people die. Ooh, Hagg's blind. Oh god! CrozB's blind. No! Okay. Oh! Get the honeycomb! No! Oh my god, I can't believe that. Oh god. He came so close to dying. Hello, Batatsu. Yes, Hagg is in the lead so far. Does this game have Ace or SRM? I don't think so. That's a ring rush question. Yeah. It's funny how we were just talking about holding our breath in Click Clock Wood, and then all of a sudden in RBB. Meanwhile. Oh. Where did CrozB get behind? A lot of places. I mean, it's just due to the skill gap. He was falling behind a little bit through just general movement, a little bit everywhere, but then in TTC, he death warped on the crab without the jiggy at the end, so that was like the first big thing. And then the second big thing was Freezeezy Peak. He accidentally went to the Christmas tree before doing any of the Christmas tree stuff. And so he had to run away. And then he fell off the snowman. It's been quite messy. But sometimes you have good runs, sometimes you have not so good runs. It's just all part of the race mentality. Kind of keeping it on going and hoping that you can, you know, just do better than your opponent. But, I mean, obviously CrozB was fighting an uphill battle in this race anyway. Especially when you have, like, a, you know, such a gap in PBs. Hagg hasn't really scuffed anything super big. He had to do, I mean, he had to do a few backups here and there in certain levels, but, I mean, he hasn't done anything really that's lost him, like, a lot of time. Just, like, movement errors and accidentally falling off stuff. Things that only cost, like, maybe 10 to 15. Oh yeah, CrozB did have to do the MMM setup a second time as well. It was really fast, but it had to be done a second time. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to see more of Hagg's splits just so I can kind of reflect on the kind of run he's had. But overall, it's been, you know, error this, you know, thing happened there and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, bit clips in general are really harsh. Like, anyone who goes for bit clips, kudos in this game. I mean, MMM early is pretty standard by now, I think. Like, you kind of have to do it. Or else you're losing a ton of time. Yes, they're both doing the same route. Yeah, Yeah, and Hagg's about 2.5 seasons ahead of CrozB and Click Clock. So again, it's not over till it's over. But this late in the run, it's looking like it's going to be really hard for CrozB to catch up without like a death. And even then, I think a death in Click Clock would. I mean, I don't even think it takes. I guess it does take a long time to get all the notes again. If he had to get all the notes and all the Jinjos again, that would be... oh! That would be a little bit different. But I mean, the Jinjos aren't that hard to get in this level anyway. But yes, if Hagg dies in winter, that would close the gap significantly. Yeah, climbing the tree does take a really long time. Like, it's really... I guess I'm underestimating that, like, quite a bit. Like, I say it takes a long time, but it, like, does take a really long time to get all the way up the tree. And on top of that, if you die like late in winter, then feathers become a really big thing. I mean, you can always grab more feathers in summer, but I mean, just having to like get more feathers at all is just a pain. Ooh, I was about to say that was a pretty fast spring clip from CrozB, but ended up slipping off of it just a little bit. Alright, Hagg opening winter. Almost done his summer journey. I guess we don't have Hagg's volume, so we won't be able to kind of monitor his soft lock. The more I see people do soft lock, the more I want to like do it again. I think I did soft lock exactly once, but just after that I was like, don't really want to do it again. I feel like I've said that about like every trick, like in like every race. But it's true, it's scary. Alright, Hagg with the autumn bit clip, and is he gonna get it? I can't tell. Oh, he failed it. I was about to say, I can't tell if he's done too many or if he just keeps failing it over and over. Didn't quite get it, though. Alright, there we go. Second try's the charm, right? Alright, now we begin winter. Winter, winter, chicken dinner. Oh, okay. It looked like CrozB had a little bit of a weird jump going for Summer House there, but... Oh! Okay. When Hagg rat-a-tatted the door out of flight, I thought he was going off the edge 100%. That recoil looked very close to the edge, but I guess you're fine when you do that. It just looked really scary. Just every little thing has got me on edge. And I don't know. I feel like it's on edge, but it's not really that, you know, insanely bad if he ends up falling just because he's got such a lead, but I mean, it's the little things, right? You see it happen once, it doesn't matter who it's happening to, you're just like, ah! And it just happens over and over and over. Synced loading zones. I love a good sync. There's an alternate timeline where my Twitch name would have been Kitchen Sink instead of Garage Door Opener. Because that was another one of my characters' names in the same game that this name came from. Oh no, that's kind of bad. Hagg doesn't have a whole lot of feathers. Oh! Okay, yeah, Hagg won't have enough feathers to do the second winter clip now. Oh, unless there's feathers in here. There must be. Otherwise, why would he come in here otherwise? Nabnut chilling in bed with his girlfriend. And off they go. But you never see her in any other season, so she's clearly using him for his warmth. Alright. Lots of feathers here for the Jiggy, for the Honeycomb, for the next Beak Bomb. And that looks good to me. Alright, now all Hagg has to do is kind of finish up with the last B section. And then he'll be out of there. Ha 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 ha. Please clap. It's such a good meme. Who's ahead at the moment? Currently Hagg is very ahead. And he's about to do soft. Oh my god, Hagg! Oh! Okay. Okay. Currently Hagg is ahead doing soft lock. And we don't have his audio, so I just have to assume by his facial features that he's doing okay. He seems to be looking calm and cool. Uh-oh. He's taking a little too long. He fired an egg for some reason. Okay, he made it in. I'm not sure if he got lost or he accidentally like left his talent rod or something, but I'll have to ask him about the egg. the egg of solidarity, I guess, for soft lock. Alright, and a little bit of a rocky ending, but made it in. Alright, and off he goes. So, quite a big time loss for Hagg. I didn't see what he did, but it was something. Oh, right, it was the whole winner. Missing the, or running out of feathers. CrozB went for the backflip. I was just about to say that's one of those things that I'm like so incredibly stubborn about when you're doing the jump off of Nabnut's like desk onto the shelves. Like, it's so easy to just get caught up and like, no, I have to do this jump in Talon Trot. So that's not the right loading zone, Hagg. Hagg, what are you doing? he was turned around the wrong way and he went into the wrong loading zone. Unless he's doing this to like, I don't know, do this straight like zip to the side, but oh, I missed that too. I'm not sure what Hagg's doing here. Okay, there we go. Now we're aimed for the right spot. Okay, there we go. Hey Tyson, thanks for the raid. You just missed Hagg. Hagg making a little bit of a blunder. He just went into the wrong loading zone as the B. Instead of leaving to into this room here, he left into the RBB lobby. Did Croz not have a good CCW? I mean, he's had an okay CCW. He hasn't really lost much time on any of his splits. It's the rest of his run that he didn't have a good. Oh, no. Both of them ended up failing the autumn click clock. Or, not the autumn click clock, the autumn bit clip. Okay, there we go. I was like, uh-oh, did he feel it again? But nope. Just ended up missing the peck cancel. I keep saying peck cancel. It's a punch cancel in this game. It's like the game differences, right? Kazooie can't just do a standing peck in BK. You got the cool bear punch or claw swipe attack. Alright, I couldn't tell where CrozB was either. I don't know if he knew where he was. Otherwise, he probably would have landed. I'm not sure if he didn't get the peck off in time or just like didn't go for it at all. But, you know, whatever keeps you safe, as long as you don't like fall all the way down the tree. And I thought CrozB was about to land on the side of the nest. Usually don't people, or I usually don't see people go down that low to the nest, but it happens. I didn't even see him move. I was like, okay, poop another egg, you didn't even move, but this time the egg broke the glass. I guess the first one just, I don't know, didn't have the right bounce or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty high. But at least he doesn't have a Jiggy to grab, so. Good bit clip, or not bit clip, good clip though. Good winner clip 2. Saved a bunch of time in that winner too. Pretty good. Every time I see people get that token, I go, 28 tokens! Oh my god, they're over routing! But then I remember this bubble loop. We're not done with tokens yet. I don't know why, it's every time too. It's like I see it every single time and I never learn. Alright, this time we will have volume for soft lock, so let's see if CrozB gets a nice clean soft lock. Nice. Much cleaner than Hagg's soft lock. By like a few seconds. Alright, got the token. Hagg looks like he's having a time with these turtles over here. I didn't see his first turtle pattern. Alright. Wow. CrozB with the gold split on spring 2. Saved a lot of time on that split too. I think I said 2 too many times there. 2. Type 2 if I said 2 too many times. Alright, one failed RBA. Alright, there we go. Second trip out. Hopefully we'll see the right loading zone here. Okay, I thought that CrozB was going to hit the water plane. I didn't even know that you could hit the water plane until it happened just the other day. But now every time people fly down, I see it sticking out. And I'm like, aha. Do not hit that. I mean, even in doing RBA, I've just like... Well, I guess I've always done RRBA, so... I guess I haven't noticed it because I haven't done it. I got myself. Alright, Hagg using up his last couple gold feathers here in the swamp. Almost not making it look incredibly scary. But 1 health, the last token, and Hagg has made his run washy free. We still have 1 opportunity left, and hopefully it doesn't happen, because CrozB definitely needs all the help he can get. Mumbo doesn't need to screw anything up for him. After this race, I have a bowl next to me filled with like mini Reese's Pieces. They're like a little baking kind, like the super one, but yeah, the baking kind, but they're just like super teeny tiny. Hey Dango, no, it's not. Looking at their split times, Hagg's about 8 minutes ahead. There's still a lot of bubble loop to go. It's not a super long level, but I mean there's just like so much stuff that CrozB has to do, and I mean all Hagg has to do is Vile and then he's ready to leave. They're in the same level. See previously attached note. I mean, they were both in Click Clock at the same time. Just, you know, not in the same season. I don't think they were ever in RBB at the same time. They must have been, though. Because I don't think... CrozB was never that far behind. But they've briefly shared levels for... a lot of it. A lot of the race. Hey TSR, thanks for the raid. Welcome to the tail end of the Banjo race for the night. Alright, the egg has been shot. The Croctus has been spawned. Alright, unfortunately for Hagg, he finished the Vile game with Vile like at the very back of the arena, but I mean, sometimes you just can't help it. Vile just kind of does what he wants. He's a mean old crocodile. I'm sure there's more words, but that's as far as I'll go with that. He's a crock of stuff. Yeah. Hagg about to world record? Absolutely not. Who did Hagg lose to? I think so. Yeah, Hagg lost to Nade. Yeah, Trep knocked BMO into losers, but then BMO had, you know, other stuff, so he had to drop out, unfortunately. Which is actually pretty huge for that side of the bracket, because BMO would have been racing Schlongster, but Schlongster got the free pass up to losers round 7. So Schlongster is actually racing the winner of this race. Fall off Grunny's tower, yeah. Or soft lock. Soft lock to the Jinjo statues. Everything is very real still. Or just endless picture questions. It's but let's not speak any of those into existence, you know, after speaking them into existence. I mean, yes, an act of God could affect the outcome of this race as well. Who's on first, Mark II? Oh, Hagg got the pixel. Alright. So, pretty fast Ninpalk skip. Hagg not gonna be getting walled by the picture questions. It's on to Grunny now. It's the only thing keeping CrozB in this. I turn on Hagg's music so we can get Grunny music, but he's talking to his chat, so I'm sure there would be some Omega scuffed commentary coming out of that. Doge. Alright, meanwhile CrozB's zipping through the rest of Bubble Gloop, starting to lose time on this last little section of the race. Vile really does last a long time, doesn't he? I feel like it's one of those things that, you know, if anyone ever found a Vile skip, oh man. I mean, all the people that have made songs for Vile, you know, rest in pieces, but I'm sure there would be like a vile percent at that point. Banjo-Kazooie, no major glitches. Still has to do vile. But I guess if it was no major glitches, it would probably be without FFM. Because, I mean, yeah, FFM is a pretty major glitch, I would say. Alright, Jinjo Skip ahoy. All we have left is a couple more statues. The aim looks good. Hagg hasn't doubled back on any of the statues, so we're probably free of soft lock. And by probably, I mean definitely. Alright. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here being like, man, I really am excited to eat this pizza I'm about to go make. I feel like that was a million years ago that we had that pizza conversation at the beginning of this race, but here we are. Makes you feel like small in the grand scheme of the universe, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Alright, GG Hagg. It was a 2:01:38 according to his timer, but 41 according to me, so let's go drag him in. Alright, everyone.
You have to like jump down and come back up.
Yo, GG.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Is this GDO?
It is. Welcome to the
How's it
Banjo
going?
Race Discord. Congrats on your win, Hagg.
Oh, I won?
You did.
Is
Absolutely.
Crosby still
Hagg.
going? Did he quit?
Huh?
No, I'm still going.
No, he's
Oh,
still
he's still
going.
going.
Yeah, he's
I'm in Vile.
currently doing Vile. CrozB has had all sorts of a run.
Yeah, you could say that again.
Yeah, I gotta say though, you know, it's always heartbreaking to see like mistakes and stuff happen and stuff like that. But when you went into the Christmas tree, that was so incredibly relatable. I've done that more
Really?
than once.
Oh, dang, okay.
Yeah,
I felt really stupid.
yeah. Heck, CrozB, like when he ran down the slope in Freeze Easy Peak, he just went straight into the Christmas tree.
Wait,
like,
what?
I just got the route mixed up.
Yeah.
Basically. Like, it was really stupid.
I mean, you go down
We
that
both-
slope so many times, right? So.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
I think we both had like my FP was scuffed. I like landed on the button, like doing the snowman.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did that. I like tried to beak bomb and I just landed on top of the button, and then I had to fall down and come back up again.
Yeah, CrozB fell off the snowman when jumping to the broomstick.
Yeah, I had, it was a run. Definitely a run.
Well,
Yeah.
GG CrozB. Does this mean I have to face Schlon now?
Yeah, it sure does.
You get to...
Where is he? Let's do it right now.
Yeah,
Schlon.
Oh man, I was talking to chat. I've been so excited to make this pizza that I'm about to go make. So yeah, nobody's
Are you
racing
making it,
right
like,
now.
From scratch, like
Well,
the dough and everything.
No, I like making pizzas on like pita bread. So
Oh,
make-
that's cool.
Okay.
making my own pita is way too much work. So I just buy pita. But everything else is
Sometimes
good.
I'll get like a French bread or something. You like cut the bread in half, and then you just like make it like a pizza and put sauce and cheese.
Yeah.
That's pretty
So
good.
I mean, if I'm doing ultra lazy like mini pizzas, I'll do like English muffins cut in half. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but
That
I
actually
like
sounds good.
I like pita. So I'm super excited for that. Anyway, Hagg moves on to race Schlongster. Unfortunately, CrozB, this is your exit from the tournament.
No.
No. Do you have any short-term, long-term BK plans, even though you're out?
I'm debating on what I want to do next. So I'm not.
I
Yeah,
feel
not
like
going
most
right
people are just
now.
like, I don't
Yeah.
want to play BK.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I was
because the
feeling pretty
tournament's taking
happy,
too
but-
long, man.
Yeah. I mean, if
Yeah, it's
people
a lot.
schedule their matches like within a week instead of like 3 weeks, maybe, but not saying any
Yeah.
names, kind of thing.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will be watching with ease. Everyone follow CrozB. Anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, go on.
Yeah, everyone follow CrozB.
oh yeah, thanks. I was gonna say I'm not gonna do anything after I finish this, but I'm gonna finish. So
Okay,
whatever.
perfect.
Yeah.
I'll send the raid your way then,
Thanks.
and everyone can watch you go ahead and finish.
Sweet. Yeah. GG Hag.
Thanks, man. I hope you guys have a good night.
Yep.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night
Enjoy
to
your
you
pizza,
again. Congrats for the race, and thanks for scheduling so quick.
Yeah. It was fast
Yep.
turnaround.
Yeah.
No
Next
problem.
next race so far on the schedule is on Sunday. Let me open up the events. On Sunday, Chile is racing Eric Sanks. And then maybe if there's a host on Friday, Pixel's going to race Child of Ragnarok. So tune in for that.
Sweet.
Until then,
Sweet.
see you guys. Bye.
See ya.